I'm Cecile Stelter. I'm the Public Information Officer for Warren County for this incident. The search for inmate Michael Burham has continued through this afternoon. Additional resources have been brought in, and we appreciate the cooperation between all federal, state, and local resources, including those in New York State and Pennsylvania. We also appreciate all the tips and calls from the public. At this time, we are asking local residents to check their home cameras and doorbell cameras during the time frame of 11:30 to 12:30 last night into this morning and see if they see anything suspicious. If they do see something, we ask them to call 716-483-8477. Let me repeat that, 716-483-8477. Leave a message and your call will be returned. We also appreciate the media for getting this information out to the public. People are reminded that this gentleman is very, very dangerous, and they should report any unusual situations or things out of the ordinary to the law enforcement officials by calling 911. Since this individual still is at large, we remind the public to be vigilant and be aware of their surroundings. With me this evening is Captain Jeff Doherty, and we will now open this up for questions.
Captain, what's been going on over the last, at this point, about 18 hours? Take us through how you go about trying to find Noah was good at a living captain.
Yeah, I apologize. There's a motorcycle going by, so I'll try to answer your question from what I heard. At this point, what we're doing is we're trying to gather as much information, and we're trying to utilize the resources that have been given to us to find Michael Burham. It is an active investigation. Our number one priority at this point is to make sure that the public is safe, and that we bring Mr. Burham in and we apprehend him in custody.
What is the plan? It's going to get dark sooner or eventually tonight. What is the plan once it does become night? Will you continue your search?
Yes, ma'am. We are going to continue the search through the night.
What's the search radius?
As of right now, there is no particular search radius. We do not know where he is at.
How much more difficult does this become when it's someone who you know is exceptionally good at avoiding, and we've now learned, escaping capture?
Well, that's what we're trying to do with our investigation. Is we're trying to utilize previous interviews. We're trying to utilize law enforcement like Cecilia Stead, local, federal, and state resources to try to attempt to locate Mr. Burham.
Any tips or anything that have led you at least looking into a certain direction to get a hold of them?
No, ma'am.
Are there any checkpoints, closed roads at this point? We didn't see anything coming in from Buffalo.
There were checkpoints set up, but I believe they have been shut down.
Why were they shut down?
I can't answer that.
Is it believed he left on foot? Is it believed that he is still in this general area, especially with the woods near us?
That is not known. I can tell you at this time we have been actively searching the local area. We've been checking for additional cameras. We have been setting up numerous interviews with people. So again, as I stated before, we don't know where he is at right now.
Can you ballpark for us how many agencies, how many people are involved in this effort?
There are numerous agencies. There are numerous local, federal, and state agencies. We are receiving a ton of assistance, and we're grateful for that cooperation between these agencies.
Cecile said earlier that you guys are using information during when you had him in custody. How crucial is that information to help you locate him?
Well, during any investigation, like I said before, we're trying to gather any resource we have, and those prior interviews, they're extremely helpful. As she stated before, he is a survivalist. He has been known to do these things in the past, be able to survive out there. That's why it's extremely important for us to ask the public if they know anything, if they see anything, if there's any camera footage out there, please let us know. We are following up on all tips that are coming in, and we are asking the public for assistance.
Your approximation, 1 to 10, what's the level of threat to the average resident here in Warren?
I can't answer that.
Officer, there are people that are following along who aren't familiar with this region. Can you describe some of the obstacles that you face specifically with the terrain that we're surrounded by?
Yes, obviously Warren County is very mountainous terrain, along with there's the Allegheny River, there's a Conowongo Creek. It's rural. We're in a rural community, so that itself is something that we are, that we have to deal with. But again, when we start tapping out to other resources with the local, federal, and state government, that helps us to bridge that gap.
Captain, do you think there's any chance that any family members or friends could possibly try to harbor him, or are you looking at that possibility?
I can't make that assumption.
How was he able to gather the materials to escape?
That's an active investigation. We're looking into that currently.
Do you have any suspicions as to where he might go next?
Nope.
Are you guys in touch with the sheriff's office in South Carolina? I know that they're kind of preparing on their end in case he ends up going back there.
Yes, ma'am, we are. We have been contacted by them, and we have their information.
Have you found the bed sheets and exercise equipment that he used to escape?
We have, like I said, this is an investigation. We have evidence in our custody.
Can you repeat the timeline that people need to check on their Ring doorbell cameras, just so people watching this know?
Sure. So approximately from 11:30 p.m.
Can you
last.
step to the mic? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you.
So from approximately 11:30 p.m. last night to about 12:30 a.m. this morning. But I would also extend that to people who perhaps have game cams out in the woods. They maybe want to check those as well. Should he have gotten out of the area and into some of the woods? A lot of hunters. So really, the law enforcement are relying on help from the public, any tips that they can get, and any leads. So that is very much appreciated if people just check those resources. And again, we have over 10 to 12 at a minimum different agencies and resources bringing their expertise and their experience and their knowledge in to help with this situation. We're very grateful. We're very grateful to the public. But again, the thing that we are trying to reiterate is this person is dangerous. We would ask the public to please take this seriously and please use care. Do not approach him, and please call 911 with any suspicious circumstances.
How many physical law enforcement agents are actually on the ground for this search?
It's a fluid situation because some people were on last night and they continued to work earlier. They had to leave and get some rest. Other people have been brought in to replace. So that number is constant, is a very fluid number. But there's a lot of very good cooperation and communication among all the law enforcement entities involved.
We heard you 5 hours ago. You feel that you're
Yes,
any
ma'am.
closer
We
now
have.
than you were 5 hours ago.
I apologize. I didn't hear the question.
Do you feel? We heard from you at noon. It's now 5 o'clock. Do you feel that in that 5 hours you got any closer?
I can't answer. Like I stated before, we are following up on the information that we receive. We are trying to just keep the public informed as much as possible and to keep you folks informed as much as possible. As Cecilia said, the goal here is to make sure the public is safe and getting that information out. And the other thing is to bring Michael Burham into custody. So we appreciate the media being here and the cooperation. If anything new comes up, if there's any kind of public safety information that we receive, we will let you know.
Why were they in a rec area at 11:30 at night?
I can't answer that. That would be a question for jail staff.
Do you anticipate the staffing level? I know you say it's fluid. Do you anticipate it staying kind of on par as today for the weekend, or?
Depending on where the investigation goes, I could say that it would stay on par. As we've stated before in the past, we have local, federal, and state agencies assisting with us. We've had a ton of support being offered to us. We're very grateful for that, and we are working through staffing issues as of now.
Do you know if anyone's being held accountable for his escape, or is there any internal investigation going on inside of the jail?
No, I cannot answer that.
Right now, I can tell you that all available resources are concentrating on the apprehension of Michael. So that is the key point right now. The rest of this will come at a later date, I'm sure.
Could you just clarify how long it took for the search for Mr. Burham to start? I believe earlier you said it was immediately due.
It was literally minutes. It was, yes. So.
Which federal agencies and specific support can you provide any details on for the manhunt right now? What federal agencies, what support, helicopters, bloodhounds, things like that? Can you get in any details?
All of what you just said. So ground resources, foot, K9, and motorized, which would be ATV, UTV, and then aerial resources, which include drone and aircraft.
Captain, Captain, would you advise just business as usual for residents, or what kind of advice would you give?
No, we won't. No, sir. We want the public to be vigilant, and we want them to be aware. This, as we stated, this is a very dangerous person. I would not say it's business as usual. We want people to give us information so that we can follow up on that. I can't make it any more clear. The public is our number one priority at this point, to make sure the public is safe, and we need their assistance.
Any reason folks should be altering their weekend plans, or doesn't this rise to that?
I can't answer that. I can't tell them what to do at this point. We're just asking for their assistance.
Is the search still within the boundaries of the county, or Cecile said earlier that it had expanded out of the city? Has it since expanded out of the county?
Yes, we have extended the search out of the county. If we receive tip information from outside the county, outside the state, we will follow up on it.
You mentioned, this isn't business as usual, but we're not seeing, police at intersections. We saw some foot patrol earlier, but you're not seeing kind of that seriousness on the streets yet. Why?
Yes, that was all throughout the day, all throughout the night when this first started happening. This entire area was saturated with law enforcement. As of right now, like I said, this is an investigation. We are following up with tips that come in. So although you're not seeing them here right now, they are out following up with the information that we receive.
Is jail staff doing anything to prevent this from happening in the future?
I can't answer that.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Identify yourself, Bill.
Yes, it's Captain Jeff Dougherty, Dougherty, with the City of Warren Police Department.